The first position I'm going to talk about is a movie director. A movie director is a storyteller who works with a crew and an equipment to bring this story to life, right? So the director is responsible for the overall vision of the movie or the film. In turn, this makes the director responsible for the outcome. So, in other words, he's a good leader. He's supposed to be in charge and responsible of his cast and crew. His responsibilities are working with other actors, producers, and the crew itself, organizing locations and sets where the movie is going to be filmed itself, giving actors and his crew and cast the right direction, what they have to do, where they have to go, and how the actors have to project their emotions. They have to be very good at interpreting the script and working with editors and cinematographers for the overall outcome of the film. Some of the skills that you need to possess or have to be a movie director: you have to have knowledge in creating stories so that the viewers can feel these stories. You have to possess an artistic eye. You have to know how to communicate your views, which is very vital, especially if you're going to be a movie director. You have to work with a team, so you have to be a very good leader. One professional movie director that I really admire and respect is Christopher Nolan, for his passion for 35 millimeter filming, especially in a digital age, and his whole process in filming and directing a movie and how deep he goes into everything. I believe that he is an extraordinary filmmaker who creates films nowadays to the level of Steven Spielberg's films back in the 80s. Now when you go see a Christopher Nolan film, it's a cinematic experience. He puts a lot of depth into his images in every single scene when he's creating a movie, especially when he uses IMAX cameras to grasp the depth of the image in the film itself. I think he's a very, very important and impressive movie director in the 21st century. David Broadwell's book, titled Christopher Nolan: A Labyrinth of Linkages, depicts the director as a psychologist of film. After seeing his Dark Knight trilogy movies, it's without a doubt why Thomas Hibbs in the Chronicle of Higher Education stated that Nolan has become one of the most talented and thoughtful directors. Not only there, you could see it in the trailers for his new movie called Interstellar that's coming out. You could see it in the psychology in his superbly amazing and mind-twisting film Memento. In an article written in USA Today by Anthony B., Nolan is quoted saying, "When you're speaking to a person in a dream, you have constructed that person." That's exactly what I think Christopher Nolan does with his films. He constructs them in his dreams, and then he makes these magnificent films. Next, I would like to talk about a visual effects editor. Visual effects editors have many responsibilities. They're in charge of grabbing images and editing them and making them go apart with the director's vision. So if you have image of a broken down place, the visual effects editor might edit some of these signs to say that it's an abandoned building, or it has been foreclosed for a while. So visual effects editors are very important to the overall feel of the film as far as what the director wants. The skills these people need and the traits that they need, they have to be very visual. They have to see things that the director might not see. They have to pick up on every little thing that they can manipulate in favor of the vision of the movie as far as what the director wants. Cram Christopher states that visual effects are subtle enhancements that are done to images to better tell the story in the film. In an article written in Sight and Sound by Fuller, one could see that visual effects editors are illusionists. One of the visual effects editor professionals that I admire is John Lee, who has worked hand in hand with Christopher Nolan in a couple of films. I really admire his work because he's something else. When him and Christopher Nolan get together, the feel of the movie, the visuals of it are breathtaking and captivating. You could deeply feel these films, and this is one of the reasons why I really admire John Lee. In the book Visual Effects for Film and Television by Mitch Mitchell, he states that visual effects are the forefront of a digital revolution in film and video industry, which is becoming more important for the movie language.